Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Oliz and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were working on this guy, which is our factory building, machine building, whatever you want to call it. This is where we are going to be processing and storing combs, doing all the machine stuffs, power, all that kind of fun stuff. And I've done a little bit of work with wiring, getting some storage up and running, and yeah, the wiring is kind of a pain. There is a lot of things. And then I did clean up this basement part so we can get out into the world from down here. And I think it looks pretty cool. I love the chains, but yeah, the wiring is going to be very odd. I still need to get some more pipes to get over here, but we are about ready to move that guy, the Centrifuge, down below and start actually processing combs. Now we've already, or rather I already, hooked up this guy, but he's full currently, so yeah, it's not going to work until we get that emptied out. And to do that, we're going to just need to hook this up to over here. Beeswax, there we go, that's what it's called, beeswax, should go in there, and then the ender pearls and the dragon's breath, and then all the products from this will be stored up here. Now to do that, we're going to need two things before we can really get into this, so let's go ahead and get that. First thing we are going to need is a external storage. So this item from Refined Storage, which will allow us to basically access all of these drawers from our system without having this filled with all sorts of stuff. It's currently pretty full, so we're going to need an external storage. What do we need? We need all three processors, so destruction, construction, and improved. Alright, so we're going to need some silicon. We're going to need 3 of these. And I could teach the system how to make a couple of these things. So for example, the raw basics, as well as the processor binder. No, we don't want it to default to that. So we should have some slime somewhere, and we'll just have it use the green slime balls because that's what we're going to be getting. And there we go. So we put those in there. We're going to need more crafters, but we should be able to get some processors. I can tell it to craft 2 of those. It's missing iron and string. Yeah, I'm actually out of iron in there. Do I have any more iron in here? Yes. So we can put a little bit of iron in there. And string, I have a little bit, not much right now, but we can get more soon. So that should be able to make the processors. And if we get 2 of these, we will need that. And what's the quartz and glowstone. And then we should also be able to make the gold pretty easily. So we'll just put those in there. I need a piece of redstone for that one. I'm going to need a piece of glowstone. And do we not have any quartz in here? No. So I'll have to go get a piece of quartz, but that's not a problem. And we should be able to make this external storage. So all it's going to do is basically allow the refined storage system to access all of the stuff in our drawer system. And our drawer system is going to have literally everything that we create from our bees. And we're going to eventually upgrade things and make things really powerful and all that kind of stuff. So that is also a quest apparently. So we'll get that taken a look at. Importer, exporter, external storage. Cool. So yeah, that is that taken care of. And so we'll just put that here. Now this isn't actually, whoops, it's got to go the other way, which is actually good because we can do that from the outside. Because what's going to go here is a drawer controller, which is something I have not made yet. So I have some drawers on me that we can use. And I've been trying to clean things up a little bit, but the drawer controller is going to require just a little bit more stone. So we need 3 more stone. Smelting factory. Super quick and easy. And there is the drawer controller. And that was also a quest, apparently. I never made that. I also need to make some trim. So we're going to make some oak trim. That is relatively easy. This stuff is just some sticks. So let's grab some sticks. And we should be able to make the oak trim, no problem. And we'll get to what that does in a minute. So, we are just completing all the quests. There is still a handful of things to do, but we'll get to that later. So, drawer controller goes here. Now, the cool thing with the drawer controller is, well, it kind of knows about all these drawers. So if I lock the drawer controller, you can see all of these are locked. However, there's a gap here. And that's what the trim's for. So if we put oak trim here, it acts as a drawer, but it doesn't have any storage. So we can unlock all of these, and then we can lock all of these. And it should reach to these guys. I just want to make sure that before we do too much more. It does not. I gotta remember if something will work. Maybe this will tell us. I think the drawer controller slave will extend the range, and then we can put that there. Otherwise, we'd have to move this, and I don't really want to do that. So, with all these drawers locked, the cool thing is nothing will go into any of these drawers unless we tell it it can. So let's get the drawer controller slave and see if that does what I think it will. We just need some stone. We'll go ahead and smelt up a little bit. Will not take very long. And then we can hopefully get things moved down and start storing everything. So, drawer controller slave. Let's see if this works. This is something we have to make anyways. We still need to make a compacting drawer and then a bunch of upgrades. And that's why we're using drawers. Because there's some things like, let's think, lapis, iron, gold, we're going to need a lot of in the future. So we can actually upgrade these guys. And I'll do that later. There's a ton of upgrades we can get. And then we can also void upgrade all of these. And what that will do is if the drawer fills up with an item, the item will just get deleted instead of backing up the system. So it'll just work. So let's see. If we remove this and put this in, I know for a fact that this allows you to insert items in different places, but it also extends the range. Perfect. So that's what I wanted to see. So all these drawers are now locked, and we have a little bit more room for storage. I did not count things. I just did things that looked nice. So we have 5 1x2 drawers. So these hold half as much in each drawer as these guys, but the total amount is still the same. And drawers hold just a ridiculous number of things. I think the basic ones hold 2056, if my memory serves, or else it's 1028. One of the two. It is a multiple of stacks, and I think it is 64 stacks in these. So then these hold 32 stacks in each, and then these hold 16 stacks in each. Is that right? 8 stacks per drawer. 32 stacks, 16 stacks. There we go. I could have just looked. So that is a lot of items. Now, the ender pearls are one that we are going to actually be putting in like here. And this isn't connected, so it's not going to do anything. But Dragon's Breath is something that's not super duper useful to us. And so we're probably going to just put it in like one of these. And I will try to organize these the best I can, but let's go get some more advanced logistical pipes so we can hook that up so we can start putting things away. And so we're just going to need, get 2 sets. We're going to need some osmium. and some redstone. Redstone's already there. And basic control circuits, pretty easy. So we can get 2 sets of these very quickly and very easily. So yeah, as we kind of decide what all we're going to be putting where, we can just access it. So we have our power point, our flux point down here, power going underneath. Items are getting extracted from the side on that guy, and from the it will be from the side on this one as well. I have some framed glass. I think that looks nice, by the way. I wanted something that wasn't colored, but also kind of nice. So we should see there is the beeswax coming in here, filling that up, and then presumably this should go up, maybe. It doesn't like this too well, so let's change this and see if that helps. So configure items. Let's change this to pull. No. Let's change the color back. Push. Let's change this to normal as well and see if that helps. No. Okay, so that is a problem. And it should, like, this drawer controller should tell it that, yeah, you can put stuff there. But that'll be something I'll have to figure out. But for the time being, what we can go ahead and do is move this guy. And hopefully this will all get set up and work. Now, my inventory is horribly, horribly full. So let's drop this away for now. That as well. I have a bunch of oak planks just because we're going to need a bunch of drawers eventually. And oak is usually the best, but the upgrades requires upgrade templates, which requires drawers. So make a bunch of drawers. We can go from there. Not a big deal. So let's see. External storage. We can go attach that. And hopefully I can get the mechanism pipes to work. Otherwise, I'll have to figure something else out. And let's just pop down here. Come back over here. And external storage. Break that guy. Perfect. So priority, we're going to set that to be high, so that it basically knows that it exists. And yeah, that should be good. Now, I don't know why those are not going in. I could always run a pipe all the way around, and if I change this to be like so, it should send the dragon's breath. Yeah. So it will send the dragon's breath to the individual drawers, but it doesn't like the drawer controller for whatever reason. Now, most of this is going to be hidden by the roof, so I could do that. It would just require a lot more logistical transporters. And the other problem with it is going to be that this is kind of useless for that, other than the fact that it's connected to our system. So it would be nice to just have one point of input, but if we can't do it, we can't do it. So I will figure that out later, but yeah, that is our storage for all our comb stuff. So I need to bring down the big guy, and probably want to empty this out first. Don't need any universal cables right now. The honeycombs can stay in my inventory. And we can just, collect all this stuff. And I can start putting things away if I so choose. Now, there is a lot of things that, like, I don't know where I want to put them. I don't know how organized it's going to be. Are we going to have coal, iron, gold, all that kind of stuff kind of next to each other? Probably. I'll probably try to be good about that, but it's just a matter of getting all this stuff taken care of, figuring out what we're going to need a lot of, what we're going to need little of, what we're going to need kind of in between. Things like glass. We could probably store it in the very small. I think that's 500 on basic, but we're going to upgrade everything, so shouldn't matter too much. So let's go ahead and put glass there. We can empty our inventory of anything else. And I just need to sort through things. So let's grab... let's see if we have any chests lying around. Don't see any in there. I don't think we have any chests currently, which would be nice to have just to throw things down. We're gonna need a lot of storage stuff later, and kind of the goal for today is to be able to automate our all of our things that make the storage disks, so we can make more storage. And that shouldn't be too hard to do, but let's get this moved and then we can worry about things later. So that is all stuff from Honeycombs, and we can just break this guy. Can I vein mine it? I certainly can, or whatever the mod is called nowadays. And we just come down here, and 1, 2, 3 will be connected to both. Well, it'll be connected to everything, and we just need 1, 2, 3, and then our centrifuge. Now this guy, we will update it. Don't really care about the color, but we can pull. And then this guy, we can put another transporter there. No. Okay, so we need to make a blacklist for the Ender. Alright, so we'll change this to blue. And in here, default is blue. That's all I had to do. And then this will start processing. And we'll get a bunch of stuff. And I can also, it's going to give us a lot of gas honeycombs. Now this doesn't have power currently, and I have a feeling it's because, no. Let's turn this on wrench mode, break that. Break that. And was it just not connecting, or? Okay. So that should work. Now it is going to make that noise. I can put in an upgrade. And I think we're going to do that. So muffling upgrades. These are going to be really important. For some machines. They require steel dust. So I need some steel. And I need to crush that up. And what this will do is prevent it from making noise. That's it. And then once we are done with that, I get to kind of hook things up. I'm going to try to figure out if I can get the logistical transporters to work. That is also a quest, apparently. Yeah, there's a bunch of upgrades. Not going to give me anything for any of them, but we can make this stop making noise. And it should just be... Oh, you can make 4 of them. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do that. So let's get 3 more steel. Crushed up. And I will tell you guys what. I am going to go figure out problems here. See if I can't get things working. 70 earned ender pearls. That... So this is going to fill up. The beeswax will be taken out. Everything else is going to kind of hang around in there. So I will figure out if I can get this to work with the drawer controller or if I have to just attach it to all the drawers themselves. If that's the case, it's going to use a lot more pipes, but we can handle that. So I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to get the muffling upgrades and make things nice and quiet. And then we'll come back once all that is done and get the processors set up. So I'll be back in just a bit. Alright, so the logistical transporter problem is not one that I can fix. Also, I don't know if I like these drawers here. We might move those eventually to over here. So nothing is like fighting with this guy, but it is working. The honey is being drained out. I had to go make sure it pulled. Sometimes you have to break the pipes to update them to let them know, hey, you can do things. But this guy does not like sending ender pearls here, even though he's connected. And I believe the reason for this is, I looked it up, mechanism and storage drawers don't get along too well. There is some ways that this mod works in the coding, and ways that this works in the coding that just don't agree. So we're going to try using a different mod. We're going to try to use cyclic. And I didn't really like these pipes earlier as much, but we're gonna see if we can get them to work. And we're gonna make some item cables, because there's not much like item transportation in this mod pack for automation purposes. So we're just gonna have to deal with what we have. Let's go ahead and go sleep. But then we're going to try our best to get as much progress towards automatic processors and disk drives as we can, but there is going to be some struggles. So first off, we need to make some stairs, brick stairs, and then iron nuggets. We'll make these item cables. Now I thought I had some of those, but let's grab this chest and let's put it down here. And what we could do is we could replace this. But before we do that, let's make sure that if we put a cable like that, now I believe we need to get the cable wrench from Cyclic, which we already have because we use this for the liquid, the fluid cables. And so if we smack, how do we do this? Okay, just right click. Don't need to shift right click. What happens if we put ender pearls in there? They go in there, no problem. Okay, that tells me what I need to know. So we can break this. I am going to grab this guy, and I believe, let's get him into wrench mode. We're gonna break this, all of these logistical pipes, and we're gonna end up putting a chest there, but we're gonna put these guys here. And can we remove these connections? Right click. No. Alright, well, does it matter all that much? Not really. So there is down glass. Okay, there is other like modes, but I think we'll be fine just doing this. Picking up the chest, putting the chest here. Now, the mechanism pipe should work just fine with that. And then we can right click that and it should, we can't open that. It should fill up with things. But it's also getting beeswax. Okay, first of all, let's try to upgrade it to a iron chest. And yeah, I don't have that much iron currently. I guess I do have a stack, but that's not that much in modded stuff. I don't really care if it's crimson planks or what. This should, I think this should allow us to open the chest. Yes, so it is getting beeswax. So we'll have to deal with that. Oh, that is an easy way to deal with. Okay, so we just need to break a pipe, and then we have to make a new pipe. So we'll just break that. And those are going to go back down here to where they belong. And we can get the beeswax out of there and send those in there. So what we need for a mechanism is a restrictive pipe. So restrictive pipes, if I can spell that properly, restrictive transporter is basically, it moves blocks of items, whatever, requires steel and iron bars, but it is the last place items try to go. It only works if, I didn't mean to make that many, whoops. It only works if that is the only path that it can take. So theoretically, if we put this here, and then we're going to configure that to be nothing, we should see. And why is that not pulling out? Oh, because that is, when I upgraded it, it forgot about that. So it should try to take the glass at some point. Maybe not. I'll kind of mess with it and all that kind of stuff. But theoretically, yeah, the beeswax should go down and everything else should go up because there's no other path for it to take. Now, the honey, by the way, looks cool when it flows. You can actually see it in the pipe. So now the next thing we need to do is to grab this guy, the Dissolution Chamber, and we're going to place him right here. Now, he is going to be collecting honey and filled up with honey. Now, he also needs power, and I think the easiest way to do that is going to be underneath. It's where all the power is to begin with. So we should be able to need to get more cables. And let's see, can we get a crafter? We need to make more things, but this is going to be a process. We'll get there at some point, but we need more universal cables. So let's see, universal cable. We just need, honestly, just one more set of these for now. And we can hook this guy up with power. So that is perfect. Now, the next thing we're going to need to do is we need to make a crafter and a crafting recipe. The crafting recipe is a processing pattern that is going to say, in order to make a 1K storage part, it needs all that stuff, and I'll make a 1K. Luckily, it's smart enough to know what JEI, NEI, whatever the mod is, the reference mod is. It's smart enough to know how to do that. So we just need a crafter at this point. And to make a crafter, we're going to need 2 advanced processors, a machine casing, construction core, and a destruction core. So that is a little bit difficult. So advanced processors are the diamond ones. Let's get 2 of those, and then we're going to need 2 of these. Then we're going to need silicon, times 4. And let's get rid of some of this stuff in our inventory. I shouldn't need mechanical pipes or any of this stuff right now. And I will figure out how to get the things to work. We're going to need one of these, 2 of these, and a quartz. And then we're going to need a machine casing, which is unfortunately going to require some blood magic. And eventually we will have all of this stuff. All of this stuff kind of solved, auto-crafted and all that kind of fun stuff. And it's not very smart, but it works. So in order to get the machine casing... Oh wait, no, this one's easy. It's the... there's one that requires blood magic. It's the steel casings, that's right. So 2 advanced processors. So we're going to need a machine casing, which requires steel. 3, 4. We're going to need stone. 2, 3, 4. And what's the other thing? Quartz enriched. Oh, it's only 1 stone. And then the iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so nothing too difficult there. We can put this stuff in here. We'll make the crafter, and we'll hook that up, and then we will worry about other things. Because in order to automate all of these processors, we're going to need more inscribers, and that is not too difficult. We're going to need more iron, but that's kind of not bad. We can honestly probably get some iron cooking up. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a stack of iron, and just replace whatever's in there. This is probably full. But this is finally not too bad. So let's think about some of this stuff. So I don't know if glowstone is going to be used later. So I think glowstone, we could probably go like that. Slime balls probably can go with it. And gunpowder? I don't know why this isn't working now. Okay. Maybe it can't pull from iron chest. That could be a thing. So let's just put that there and let's try it again. Or maybe it's trying to pull from the first inventory slot. But I thought I tried that. Very strange. I will figure things out at some point, I'm sure. Anyways, let's get rid of whatever we have in our inventory. Let's go make the machine casing, and we'll just kind of worry about that later. So stone, steel, quartz, and we should be able to make another crafter. Now we will eventually have that auto-crafted as well, and that will be awesome because it's going to be super useful. But for now, we have to make do with what we have. So if I come down here, and I'm going to have to come out here, did this go wrong way? So let's break into this so I can kind of, actually, let's just walk in and we can break this. So I believe, nope. That is looking that way. Okay, that'll work. So now we have this guy hooked up to be capable of auto-crafting our disk drives, our storage components. So we'll just have to hook that up to all of these guys, at some point, this is going to have to go to the system. And I don't know quite how I'm going to manage that yet. That is not how I want it to go. We're going to hook on like that. And we're going to head down. Now we are going to have this go back into the system. And in order to do that, we're going to just use a another block known as a interface, and then just item transport it. So shouldn't be too difficult. But we don't have our refined storage system set up quite yet to be powered. So that is going to be a little bit more problems. And you know, we're going to have a lot more crafters, so getting that automated here soon is going to be probably the best thing for us. But if we look at an interface, we can probably go ahead and make this. So it requires an importer, an exporter, and another machine casing. So the importer requires destruction improved, construction improved, so we need 2 improved, and 2 the others again. And we should be able to make, I don't have any more string in here. Do I have any more string in general? String is something that's been causing us a lot of problems. I need to figure out a way to solve that. I think the best way is probably going to be growing it with the hemp, but it's still pretty awful. So we'll have to figure something out with that. And we just need 1 more string. Yeah, because there's not a good way to get string other than like mob farms or wool, which we had a decent amount of wool from villager trading, but it's probably going to be better to just get it from hemp or something like that. So we're going to need 2 of these guys. Silicon, we need 1 more press. And then we just do this, with glowstone, 2 redstone, and a piece of quartz again. And then there is 1. The next one, and hopefully we can get everything working for next episode so that we can start getting into other things. This automation is fun and it needs to be done. I need to go activate all the other honeycombs and then work on getting shears to a lot of them, and hopefully we can take care of that soon. But let's get the interface. So there's the importer, the exporter, and then one of these iron and quartz enriched iron and steel. Now I believe there is some quests for this stuff. I need the importer in my inventory so that it will activate the quest before I make the other guy. But yeah, let's just get that taken care of. So importer, there we go. And then it will activate the last quest for the interface, which is what we're going to make. And the whole point of having the interface is just so that you can automatically send in the items to the system. And I'm going to work between episodes getting the system moved over here. Maybe next time we'll work on power. That could be good, but there is the interface, and that will go here. We'll put a transporter like so, and pull. So this is ready for automation. If it was hooked up to the system, which I guess I technically could, just kind of temporarily, just to show it off. Let's see, right here, and we can go along like so. And now if I find the processor, what is it called? Disk storage. So it can see the storage part. I can tell it to make it. Unfortunately, it has the honey part. I don't really want it to know about the honey part. So we'll just have to alter this this recipe just slightly. Yeah, it took the honey. I didn't think it would do that. I didn't know it would do that, rather. So, we just want to cancel. Alternatives, no. Okay. So what we can do instead is clear this. And clear that. So we'll put this back, and we'll do I'm going to need to make, I believe it's the improved processors. Yeah, I'm going to need to make another improved processor. I don't think I have. Okay, so we have the improved processor. We have to get the silicon. This will not take too much longer, and then we will wrap up the episode because this one's getting long, and we're not getting quite as much done as I'd like, but we're pretty close to that point. We had some struggles with getting things kind of set up, but once we have this, we can teach this a processing, so it requires one of those. Storage parts, what they are called. 4 quarts. 1, 2, 3. No. Set these to 1, and then 1, 2, 3, and that will make a storage part. Unfortunately, I have to go make that in order for it to know about it. So let's get ready to make another one. And grab the redstone. And that will be fine. So we'll just come down here. We throw that, that, and that in there. And it doesn't matter the order, it will just go ahead and make it. And that should send it immediately to the system. So presumably we can just put this guy together. We should have a storage part in here. We can put that there. It is taut. And it doesn't require the honey this time. So if we put this back in here, and with the other storage part, we can pop down here, put this back in there. And I don't know if there's anything else that requires honey, but with that, we can now make another, how do you do that again? Is it control? No, is it shift control? Okay, so if you shift control something that you have an auto crafting recipe for, that you already have items of, you can request more. So we can request more, and this is working just fine, and that is automation, and it doesn't look half bad. So yeah, that's that. So there's a wandering trader over there. I am going to work on some things. Try to get our honeycomb products to be automatically put away and all that kind of fun stuff, and then go from there. What I might do is switch this back to a normal chest, and it should be fine then. So I'm going to mess around with that. I'm going to try to get it to work, and next time we are going to have most of our machines moved over, and we're going to start working on the roof and specifically trying to get power. I want to get a lot of power, and we're going to get some power storage and all that kind of fun stuff, and then we'll be done with machines for a while, and we can start moving on to other things. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!